and we must start from scratch. Panel, given the potential opportunity and peril, how do you perceive this rhetorical challenge to reimagine policing and public safety? I'm going to start with you, Professor Jackson.
A couple of points here. First of all, we have to look at what's happened in the past, why it's occurred because of a case of police misconduct, and I was in the 5th grade, and that was several decades ago. It was called for reform. The Kerner Commission after that, after every incident of social unrest following police brutality and police murders, there has been a call for reform. And I think what we're seeing today is that people are tired of the term reform because nothing seems to change significantly. So hence the term that's being used now is reimagining police, the term defund. None of it means getting rid of police departments. And maybe from a public relations standpoint, some different kind of language could be used, but please be clear what's being proposition here, that we take a second look, a new look at how to do policing. And you see some of that in all the in each of the proposals put forth by the executive branch and the legislative branch, a reimagining. But there needs to be more reimagining of police.
Chris, can you reimagine how we do public safety?
Well, I think that we all can, and I'm glad that whoever came up with the idea of reimagining instead of defunding came up with that phrase, because it's a much better phrase than defunding. We can't do without policing in this country, and it's a necessary part of government to have policing, but to have safe policing and to have quality policing. And what we've needed for a very, very long time was the type of policing that was not abusive policing. And the discussion we're having now is the discussion that we've needed for a very, very long time. And what we don't need is to kick the can down the road and say, because we've had the George Floyd killing, today's not the time. Today is the exact time. And we can't stop and say, let's let the anger move, let's let the anger stop. We need to keep the momentum going, and we need to have the discussion about the reforms that need to take place and do the reforms to ensure that the public can trust the police, and that we put those reforms in place today and keep working and keep moving forward every year to ensure that the public can trust the police department, and the police department always moves forward. That is the thing we need.
I'm sorry, Bob Price, take 30 seconds. Will there be pushback from the law enforcement unions?
Well, absolutely. The law enforcement unions are going to push back, and they have valid contracts that are in place that are going to make it difficult to move forward. But move forward we must. Now, as far as reimagining policing or defunding policing or get rid of policing, let's look at the autonomous zone in Seattle, where now you see armed groups of people extorting businesses for protection. This left-wing group has actually built a border wall around their zone, and they're deporting people. And today, I understand they're going to deport all of the white people out of the autonomous zone. So you get lawlessness when you don't have policing. We have a clear need for policing, but it must get fixed.
Quickly, Tamara Bell, can we get demonstrable change moving